Hello, this is Berzinsky for Beardbrand. Are you a man with a plan? Sounds like one of those motivational speeches that are popular on Instagram or YouTube, or it could be the New Year's resolution speech. But it's really important that you have a plan. If you want to get anywhere in life, you need to have steps to get you to that place. So you think about what you want to do for your career, and it's going to involve a certain amount of education or trade school or connections. You have a plan, and you take those steps to get to your goal. If you want to get someplace in life, say you want a relationship, you need to take the steps to start dating and to develop that relationship. You have to have a plan. And you will be much more successful with reaching your goals if you have a plan. It is highly unlikely that anything will happen in life just by coincidence. You might as well play the lottery. Your chances of getting anywhere in life without having a plan are like winning the lottery. This isn't really about life issues. This is something much more lighter. We focus on in Beardbrand about, of course, bettering yourself, but an important part of the component here is grooming. So you need to have a plan if you want to reach a goal related to your beard and your hair. So that's what I'm talking about here. Having a plan that will allow you to reach a goal concerning your beard or your hair. That's pretty easy if you're growing a yard. You say, I'm just going to let go and I'm not going to cut my beard, and I'm going to have a yard in 12 months. You have a plan and you work toward that goal. Typically, this was not the case in having a definitive plan about what my hair was going to look like or what my beard was going to look like, what my mustache was going to look like. In the not too distant past, guys went to the barber shop, say, every 2-3 weeks, and they'd sit down in the chair and talk to Tony and say, give me the usual. Or say, Jake, whatever you did last time, it worked for me. Rarely did guys think about, hey, I'm going to change up my hair, I'm going to change the part, or I'm growing my hair. Same thing with the beard. They would get the similar trim and constantly do that. And you would see for better part of a decade in some guys' lives that their look really didn't change. And it took big changes in culture to affect the look of what they were going for. So what happened, I think in my dad's case, for example, he was a barbershop guy. He went every 3 weeks religiously. And then, in somewhere in the 70s, hair started getting longer. And I just started noticing that my father didn't go to the barbershop every 3 weeks. He went every 4, and then every 5, and then every 6. And so his hair was getting a little longer, and he was not asking for the usual. But that happened over the course of like 2 years to make that kind of decision to start growing his hair. And it really didn't get all that long. So people ask me all the time. I get it on Instagram constantly. And recently, when I posted this picture in particular, it just, if you read the comments there's at least a dozen comments. What are you doing with your hair? What's the plan for your hair? What are you doing with your beard? People ask all the time, what is my plan? And I actually do have a plan. I've thought about that. I have a goal in mind related to how I want my beard and how I want my hair to look at a certain date. Different from maybe the way I looked at it in high school or college. I do want to have a certain look by a certain date. So here's my reference image. So you can actually see my hair is getting pretty long. It has been, the last formal haircut I got was this one, which you remember from Jake the Barber. I think that aired at the end of June last year. So I'm about 10 months in to not getting a major haircut. I had a trim from Rob at Braid Barber, and but that was really to take off a little bit on the back here. But you can see my hair has grown a fair amount. So if it's been about 10 months, 9 months, my hair's grown 4.5, 5 inches. And so most of this hair basically is new growth in the past almost a year. So what is the goal? What is my plan? So I pick a reference image that I'm going for. And for example, people comment all the time that I look like Kurt Russell with the longer hair, and that is my reference image. So I'm looking at this guy and looking at this particular picture, yes, Santa Chronicles, and looking at his hair and his beard and saying, how long is that hair? and then see where I am and estimate about how long it's going to take to get to that point. So why this reference image? I've had other reference images related to my long hair. I was looking at George Harrison of the Beatles when he first grew his hair long in the late 60s, early 70s. Even to John Travolta in Welcome Back, Kotter. So there's different reference images that I've had in mind, but probably the one that I keep coming back to is this Kurt Russell image. And it might tie into the fact that because people say that I resemble him, and also using this upcoming holiday season, Halloween and Christmas, thought, hey, why not have Santa Chronicles hair and beard for Christmas? So I'm working toward that goal. So I have a plan and estimating about how long my hair has to get, how long my beard has to get to look like that picture. So challenge you to have a plan. If you want to grow out your hair, what do you want it to look like? And how many months is it going to take you to get from where you are now to that particular image? Now, what you have to do is when you pick reference images, internet's full of them. And we hear this from barbershops all the time, like a guy with, a challenging amount of hair, a little less, a little thinning on the top, will come in with, an image of a guy who has their forehead down here, thick, massive hair, and they want to look like that. It's not possible. So pick a reference image that it looks similar to you, has a similar hair texture to you. That's the only way this is going to succeed. You can't pick something that's not attainable for yourself. So I'm not going to pick a reference image where a guy has super curly blonde hair. Maybe the hair style, but not so much the hair type, but curly hair, not picking it. I'm not picking a beard that's super curly itself. I'm not going to pick those kind of reference images. So pick something that works with what you have going on and set that as a goal for where you want to be in so many months. So it's going to take me probably about 3 more inches on my hair to get to where I want to be. So 3 inches, growing about 1/2 inch a month, is 6 months. So I have about 6 months to go, and we are at the beginning of April here. And so I'm looking, toward that holiday season. My hair should be where I want it to be. I don't think my beard has to be much longer. So what I'm going to do is probably trim my beard back a little bit and then let it grow. I think it can be this length during that holiday season. And because I actually think Kurt Russell has beard extensions in this picture. I know his hair was long, but I don't think his beard was that long, that full, that dense. So that's what I'm doing. That's my plan. And I challenge you to have a plan for where you want your hair to be at a particular time and work toward that goal. This isn't rocket science here. You're not picking a career. You're not picking a university, but establishing those kind of goals by using a reference image and being realistic about hair texture and hair type will help you achieve those goals. So comment below and tell me if you have a goal for what you're going to do with your hair. And go ahead, fire away. Tell me, guys, what you think of this longer hair. I do miss going to the barber. I miss my time with Jake and Justin and even Tony, my barber friend down in South Philly. And because I do like getting a haircut. But I think this might be fun to actually see where my hair is going to be in this 6 month period. It's been a long time since I had hair this long. So take a look at this image. That's the last time my hair was about this long. And we're anticipating that's going to go even longer than that. Once again, comment below and tell us if you have a plan for what you want to do with your hair and how you're going to get there and what you think of this mob. Until we meet again, beard on.
Heyo, what's up, guys? Did you know that Beardbrand has stuff not only for your beard, but also the hair? In fact, got some shampoo and some conditioner. Amazing stuff that's going to get your hair game at the same level as your beard game. Check it out over at beardbrand.com.